Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this. I much appreciate it. The thing I was going to say, I completely forgot. Oh boy. Oh, new kill team models, of course. Vespid's got some new models, looks pretty solid. The Tempestus, it's not Tempestus Signs, it's Tempestus Aquilons. Got some new models, and ooh, those models are so good, I might just get the kill team. But I'm still waiting for the Nightmare box to be separated into two, because obviously I want to buy the because I don't want the Filthy Xenos, I don't want the Drukhari, I don't want the Vespids, I want my Tempestus Aquilons, and I want my Night Lords. And GW, give Ogrens a range refresh, and it'll start an Imperial Guard army today. Anyway, the build we were running today. We have the Indignatus Mach 3 Shock Maul with 20% damage to maniacs, 25 to infested enemies, high voltage, and overwhelming force for the blessings. Then we have Perk Staff with 25% damage to infested, 20% damage to unarmored. Then we have Warp Flurry and Warp Nexus. With the talents, we have Soul Stealer, Quietude, Battle Meditation, Warp Expenditure, Perilous Combustion, Brain Rupture, Kinetic Flare, Wildfire, Psychonetics Aura. Then we have Kinetic Presence for more damage to elite enemies for you and allies. And we've Unlucky for some, so that allies get a 50% toughness boon when allies in coherency get knocked. And we have one with the Warp, Venting Shriek, Becalming Eruption, Creeping Flames, Puppet Master, Warp Rider, Kinetic Deflection, Empowered Psychonics, Psychic Leeching, Overpowering Souls, and Charged Up. That's the build. Let's get into a game, shall we? Alrighty, and we're in. Huh. Diseased Cow is talking about something. I feel like I've played with Diseased Cow before. The name feels familiar. There could also be multiple Ogrens named Diseased Cow, which seems like a likely possibility as well. Man, Speed Freaks. It's a shame Speed Freaks is kind of dead on arrival. Because it's like, it's got like 700 or so players right now. It's a real shame because that game is so fun, and I genuinely think it could have been a competitor to like a more fun version like War Thunder and World of Tanks and all that in a way, which is obviously Twisted Metal style. But unfortunately, they didn't do any advertisement for it. Like, I didn't see any YouTube ads. I only saw like Games Workshop has a bad habit of letting Warhammer Skulls be their only advertisement. The only people watching Warhammer Skulls are Warhammer players, right? Or like the Blood and Skulls event, whatever their game reveal is. Which I think is Warhammer Skulls. Unless that's... I know that... Is Skulls the models? Or is it both? I don't remember. Warhammer video games. Yeah, it's a shame. Obviously, Space Marine 2 is getting advertisements because it's their big fucking, 10-year long-awaited sequel. It's their big, AAA game, right? But I wish their smaller games would get more advertisements. Even Darktide didn't get that many advertisements. I mean, it got more than Speed Freaks, that's for sure. But even now, you rarely see Darktide trailer. And I watch Warhammer content, so you think the algorithm would want me to see that? Ow. Very rude. So, I mean, that's really is the killer for most games nowadays, is just lack of advertisement. Like indie games can't advertise like as good as some of these bigger companies, and they're like, but they, they're active on social media. They're, they're getting their posts in. They're making sure, And obviously there's like indie game events. But for some reason, smaller, like I guess AA games, like Speed Freaks is probably like a AA game, I guess. If that feels like an accurate description. They just don't advertise. Ow. And it's a damn shame because Speed Freaks is a lot of fun, but it's a little dead on arrival. But, I mean, it's also like Speed Freaks is definitely going to be trapped in early access hell for all eternity, unfortunately. Just how it is. climb up here. Yeah, it's a criminal shame. And also, there's too many card games. Too many Warhammer card games. Sponge boy, get back on the grill. Customer art waiting for the meal. They already paid, or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Criminal, sad. In other news, the Democratic, don't blow yourself into the demon, Hostman, please. That was very close. The DNC is happening right now, currently, as of recording this. But there was if you don't know, there's this right-wing pundit named Charlie Kirk. His face is really small and he's really stupid. And that's really all that's really worth knowing about him. So he was there at the DNC because he's like, you know, he's a media guy. He's gonna be there, right? That's his whole job. And then I think the president of like a Democratic youth group makes it sound like a church. A Democratic youth group essentially went up to him and was like, started grilling him because it was like, oh, you know, essentially like, oh, you know, kind of like making fun of him also, which is valid and fair because he's got a really small face and you should make fun of these people because they're bad people. But it was absolutely so funny. Charlie Kirk posted this clip as if like, haha, see, look, I triggered a liberal. Meanwhile, so if you don't know, during the 2020 election, Donald J. Trump was convinced of fraud, which was not true. Or actually, no, he wasn't even convinced of fraud. He wanted to steal the election. He did. He essentially wanted to steal the election under the guise of accusing the Democrats of stealing the election. And one of the things he did to try to steal said election, to usurp the final count of votes in our democratic society, was to go to Roethlisberger, which I think is a congressman in Georgia. He's a member of government. I think it's Georgia. I'm pretty sure Georgia. Georgia feels right in my head to say. And essentially what Trump did in Georgia was essentially he told Roethlisberger, which is I think congressman. I could be misremembering what he is. I always forget this part. Anyway, a big electoral official, big government boy in Georgia, to quote-unquote find him more votes. And essentially what that means is make up votes for me so I can win. Because I want to steal the election. Because I'm an authoritarian wannabe dictator fascist. You know how it is. And this kid was essentially grilling Charlie Kirk on that, like, oh, like if Trump, you know, Trump wasn't trying to oversteal the election, how do you explain that? And all Charlie Kirk did was smirk and say, "Huh, what's a woman?" Like, okay, buddy, and you're gonna post this like you're the one who won that? And of course, it did work because his fucking low IQ fellow cult members and fan base were like, "Ha, you made the liberal walk away," after the guy went like, "Really? That you guys are so fucking weird," and walked away. It's like, oh, stupid liberal. Huh, can't even answer a simple question. Meanwhile, Charlie Kirk didn't answer a single question proposed to him. It's like, oh my god, these guys are beyond help, and it's going to be so funny to watch them cope, seethe, and mauled in November when Kamala wins. Because all the numbers are in Kamala's favor now. Something catastrophic could happen between now and then, but the numbers, so far, makes us believe in good things, joy in the community. Not only that, more Republicans are actually like getting the cojones to finally speak about Trump because they're finally in a place where their party where they're not going to get ostracized for calling him like a fucking psychopath because they're like, That's enough politics. Painted my repulsor, and I hit it with contrast paint, and I kind of wish I didn't hit it with contrast paint on top of the base paint, because I lost that baby blue color. Oh, that's not my staff. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. Me wondering why there's no flame coming out of stick. Alright, let's skedaddle on out of here. Sponge boy, get back on the grill. Oh, speaking of anime, great transition to a segment I wasn't talking about. Jujutsu Kaisen's ending in 5 chapters. Finally, that terrorist is putting down his pen. This is crazy. My Hero is ending. Attack on Titan ended. We don't talk about Boruto. It's like, man, Shonen Jump is losing some big swingers, but the hope for Shonen Jump is not Shonen Jump. It's not over because there's some good-ass manga out right now. If you haven't read them, Sakamoto Days, Kagurabachi, I've heard good things about Dan. On Dead on Luck is really good. And elite damage is coming in clutch right now, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, if you haven't read Kagurabachi, read it. If you haven't read Sakamoto Days, read it. Or suffer my consequences. One Punch Man is obviously still doing very good, but obviously that's not like a new manga. It's been out for quite a while. Why did he take that? Man, freaking Ogrens. Greedy ass Ogren, like, bro, you have a guy with a bar of corruption, let him get the healy dealy. Very rude, to be honest. Like, and plus we have a med kit. You could just throw that down. Anyway, don't. I sort of. If he throws it down, I will lose it. Don't throw it down. He threw it down. It's fine.
Here a while. I wouldn't want to get in your way.
Just popping heads back here. Or attempting to. Think I got the sniper's head? Yeah. Yeah, and I applied some soul blades over there, way off in the distance. Love that. I think I grabbed a Rager's head? No, Gunner's head. Close enough. Another Gunner's head. Just grabbing heads, quite frankly. Applying that Soul Blaze wherever we can. We should do it. I was gonna say, if he lives at 3, suffering. Alright, we're good. Sponge boy, get back on the grill. It's become a vocal pick for me, I'm sorry. See, and the Ogren takes the heat. I hate this guy, actually. I don't like him. We have a character with a bar of corrupt, or we have a teammate with a bar of corruption, and this Ogren yoinks the health stim. How un-Ogrenly of you. SMH my freaking head, dude. Whatever. At least there's a... He can forgive himself if he uses it on the guy, but if not... Servitorize this Ogren immediately. Can I brain burst swagger? No. Ow. I jumped into that. Greediest Darktide player I think I've ever played with. This XL tilted guy. Oh, his name's Exalted, but it's XL-ted. It's a dumb name. That's dumb. Alright, at least this guy was able to heal up. Mobian Flamer. Man, I've been playing Monster Hunter 4U on camera, and I've been farming off camera for Rathalos bits. I've killed like 50 Wrathful at this point, and they've not dropped the item I need to. And I tried cheating it in, but unfortunately none of the cheats are updated. Seems like they weren't working. I tried to use older cheats, but then it wouldn't boot my game, so I was like, you know what? Smack. Alrighty. Flames of the Wharf, don't fail me now. I love the perk staff, it's so fun. And I finally broke free of the Psyker curse. The reason why I hadn't played Psyker in so long, because every time I played fucking Psyker, I'd get like 2 other Psykers on my team. And it's just not that fun. I like being the single Psyker. Like 2 veterans, fine. 2 Ogrens, fine. 2 Zealots, fine. 2 Psykers, less fine. Is it me being greedy? Yeah, absolutely. Now, do monstrosities count as elites? So if I have elite damage, do monstrosity take more? Interesting question. I assume no. Could you? Stabbing an Ogren. I think I got it off. Where are you? Get up, big friend. I've definitely played with a diseased cow before. Wow, I did not grab the frickin' scab trapper. Nice head, idiot. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. You don't have one. Dumbass. Apply some Soul Blaze over there. Get that tick going. There's a demon host somewhere. And I'm sure she's pissed about something. Also, they said hit the button. This is very clearly a lever. Ah! Sorry, that scared me. I was frightened, as they say. I'm recording, right? Yes, very good. Hello. Okay, well, I'll let that guy do what he's doing for now. Nah, you missed, dumbass. Get exploded. Okay, there the Exalted could have taken. That made sense, because he had the least HP. I'm gonna hit the button. It's a shame that invisible wall prevents me from brain bursting in the elevator. Coffee left over. Oh, fungible. And if they're just gonna run into this hole, that's fine by me. The elite damage is really coming in clutch this round, I feel. This is nice. I think it might be slightly better than the cooldown, I'm gonna be real. Ooh, got a penance. Simply because the cooldown's nice, yeah, but honestly, like, just being able to kill the wave easier, especially if you have, like, if there's a bunch of ragers are going on or whatever. You know. And I think it's just generally more useful because sometimes if you know, if you get something that's already got a low cooldown, it's like the extra 10% cooldown isn't super valuable. Ah. Pull out my staff, please, video game. Ow! I got minced. Nothing much I could do. I shouldn't have gotten into the thing. Honestly, if it wasn't for that one rager, I would have been fine. But I got, of course, and the bulwark burns to death. Just my faith and luck. Thank you, Billy Irish.
Thank you.
Alrighty. What's the inspect button? Y? X? X. I've been playing Hunt Showdown. The what is English? The inspect button in that game is I, which makes sense. I for inspect, obviously. Although you can also say X for examine your weapon, right? Big brain. What can I say? That's why they pay me the buco bucks. They don't pay me at all, actually.
Excessive force authorized.
I will be taking one of those. God, wow, that light is really bright in the snowy area, eh? Friendly fire, lumped. Excuse you. Yeah, get off me. Get off me. Oh, my frames are dropping? Chill. It's, you know, you can't really hear it that often due to the cacophony of noises, but the individual sounds for all the enemies are quite well detailed. Like, you can hear, like, the chains jingling, you can hear, like, their boot prints versus, like, if they're bare feet or not. It's quite nice. A lot of detail for a horde game, which you have to appreciate, right? I think I got it. Yeah. Kinetic deflection. I was able to get that revive up because of kinetic deflection is what I was saying. I wasn't just saying kinetic deflection to say it. I was saying it for a reason. And the reason was because that's how I got the res off. I mean, that blue light is really bright. Jesus. Yeah, well, hopefully they'll deal with that scab trapper. What am I stuck on? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get up, friend. Throw that down for Disease Cow. Alrighty. No, he hit the button again. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang by the door with my flamethrower staff. Oh my god, hit the button too many times. I think he hit it one too many times to keep. Okay. Okay, we're so fucking back. That fix is so annoying purely because obviously you can't coordinate with the randoms on like how many times you've hit the damn button or not. Yeah, and get rid of those gunners post haste. Alright, skedaddle on out of here. And just put a nice line of fire they have to run into. Let me up here. Crack that guy's head. Crack that guy's head. And we're out. Nice. Bye, Swagger. Bye-bye. I'm waving to him out the window. Bye, bye-bye. You know how it is. Ooh, 1954. What a year. I'm sure something happened that year. Hey, Google. What happened in 1954? Segregated schools are unconstitutional in 1954. Brown versus the Board of Education. Wow, what a year. Great year, actually. Some might even say one of the better ones. Anyway. He got my name. Nice. Well, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother, but you better brush your teeth. Have a good one. Bye-bye.